Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for August 19th, 2014, Tuesday morning around 8:25 in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be another nice and sunny day, but a little bit chilly so far this morning. It's probably around the mid-50s, but we're going to recover to the mid-70s. Some news to report. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim beat the Boston Red Sox by a score of 4-2 last night. And the Angels are extending their lead in the AL West over the Oakland A's to 1.5 games. Also, sad news to report in the world of entertainment. Longtime NBC announcer Don Pardone passed away last night at the age of 96. Don was the voice of many NBC shows for over 50 years. He's known for being the voiceover of Saturday Night Live for many, many years. Just sad to see another TV legend pass away. Condolences to his family. And that's about it on news. My first video subject of the day is about my continuation series of the top 10 greatest players of each NHL team. And the next one I have is the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning came into the NHL in 1992, and they didn't have too much success for the first few years of their franchise. They made a surprise run at the playoffs in 1996, but got bounced in the first round by the Philadelphia Flyers. Then for the next few years, they were one of the worst teams in the NHL, but they acquired good players like Vincent Lecavalier and Martin St. Louis. Beginning in 2003, they had made the playoffs 4 straight years, including having a Stanley Cup championship run in 2004. Then they were bad again for a few years from like 2008 through 2010, but 2011 they had a surprise Stanley Cup run to the Eastern Conference Finals, well, into the Boston Bruins beat them in 7 games, and then they didn't have too good of years again in 2012, 2013, but last year they had a surprise year making it to the first round of the playoffs, but they got swept by the Canadians. But they're getting improved each year. They say that many people are predicting the Tampa Bay Lightning might be a surprise team this year in the NHL, and I wouldn't be shocked if they win the Atlantic Division this year and probably make a deep run in the playoffs, because they have some good pieces like Steve Stamkos and Ben Bishop in goaltend. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they have a good run in the playoffs this upcoming year, provided injury-free. And okay, here's the top 10 players in the history of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Number 10 on the all-time list is goaltender Ben Bishop. Ben has played for the Lightning for a few years. He has 40 wins already, but he's going to get more wins. I think Ben's probably going to be going up there on this list in the coming years, and I think he's probably going to be a Vezina Trophy winner one of these days, provided he stays injury-free. Number 9 on the all-time list of greatest Lightning's players, Chris Gratton, a center. He scored 98 goals, 161 assists, and 259 points. That's good for 8 on the all-time scoring list in Lightning's history, and he wore number 77. He wasn't as good as Ray Bourque or Paul Coffey or Pierre Turgeon, some of the most famous players who wore 77 in an NHL, but he was decent for the Tampa Bay Lightnings. Number 8 on the all-time list for greatest Tampa Bay Lightning's players, Vasilek Prospo. He was a center. He scored 127 goals, 244 assists, and for 371 points, 5th on the all-time scoring list, and he was a center. He was number 8. Number 7 on the all-time list of greatest Tampa Bay Lightning's players, defenseman Pavel Khudobin. He scored 72 goals, 171 assists for 232 points. He's 10th in the all-time scoring for the Lightning, and he was a great defenseman. He's in at number 7. Number 6 on the all-time list, goaltender Nikolai Khavalier. Khavalier was played for the Lightning for parts of 4 seasons. He was a great goaltender. He's won 77 games in the Tampa Bay Lightning's uniform. He led the Lightning to win the Stanley Cup in 2004, and he's in at number 6. Number 5 on the all-time list of greatest Tampa Bay Lightning players of all time, center Brad Richards. Brad Scored 150 goals, 339 assists for 489 points. He's third on the all-time scoring list for Tampa Bay Lightning's history. He comes in at number 5. Number 4 on the all-time list for greatest Tampa Bay Lightning's players, Brian Bradley. Brian Bradley was the first star of the Tampa Bay Lightning back when they first started in the NHL back in 1992. He made a few All-Star games. He scored 111 goals, 189 assists for 300 points exactly, and that's 6th on the all-time scoring list. He appears once in a while on Tampa Bay Lightning's games on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida for like in the analyst for some select games. He comes in at number 4. Number 3 on the all-time list of greatest Tampa Bay Lightning players, Steve Stamkos. Steve is the current captain of the Lightning. He has 233 goals, 193 assists for 426 points, 4th on the all-time scoring list. And he's a great player. He's probably going to continue to score goals. But I wonder if the Lightning will keep him past 2016. I think they will, because he's the star franchise for them. He was number 91, and he's going to go up on this list in due time. Number 2 on the all-time list of greatest Tampa Bay Lightning players, Vincent LeCavalier. Vincent LeCavalier is the all-time goal scoring leader for the Tampa Bay Lightning with 383 goals. He also had 491 assists for 874 points, 2nd on the all-time scoring list. And also he was a captain of the Lightning for many years, and he won the 2007 Rocket Richard Award for most goals in a season for an NHL player. And number 1 on the all-time list for greatest Tampa Bay Lightning players, Martin St. Louis. He was a right winger, scored 365 goals, 588 assists for 953 points, all-time leading scorer. He won the 2004 Hart Trophy for MVP. He was a captain of the Lightning for 1 year, and he's probably going to be a Hockey Hall of Fame. It's too bad that the Lightning traded him away at the end of the trading deadline this year to the Rangers for like Ryan Callahan. But you know, I heard there was some dissension with Martin St. Louis and the president and general manager of the Tampa Bay Lightning, Steve Yzerman, because of Martin St. Louis was originally left off the Canadian hockey team this past year for the Olympics, but then they put him on at the last minute. But there was a dissension. It's too bad that he couldn't end his career with the Lightning, but that's okay, because once he retires, number 26 is going to be retired by the team, and I think Martin St. Louis is probably a possible future Hall of Famer. And that's about it. And this is the last team that's won a Stanley Cup that I mentioned in all of these top 10 greatest NHL players of all time. Now I'm going to be starting the other teams that haven't won a Stanley Cup, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Tampa Bay Lightning's rivals, in-state rivals, the Florida Panthers, and Thursday it's the San Jose Sharks, and I don't know what team I'll have after that, but it's going to be probably the teams that are like more famous. Maybe Friday I could do the St. Louis Blues or whoever. And every team's going to be mentioned. And that's about it for right now. I'll be back later on in the day for my next video blog about former professional wrestler and wrestling manager Paul Jones, number 1. I'll see you later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.